if we could address you directly right now.
Everything comes full circle.
That's number one.
I don't tell him what questions to ask me.
There are a lot of people around town that have the same question.
Brush my teeth. I'm gonna get washed in the morning.
I can't confirm or deny.
You know, just keep going a little bit longer here, Mike. Keep going a little bit longer.
W249BC Mattydale, W261AC Oswego, WTKWHD2 Bridgeport, ESPN Radio. This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now.
Thank you, John Cena. You were absolutely correct. It is my time, in case you forgot. He's factually correct. Because 3 o'clock is the Sports Show with Cody Mack. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. The Spandex Show for another couple days, because I'm going to stretch out this wrestling talk as long as I can, like a pair of wrestling spandex. Kept celebrating WrestleMania last night. Got all baby oiled up at my house all by myself. No one to wrestle. Don't worry. Never mind. I got to be gross right out the gate. Right out the gate, I got to be a disgusting pig. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. If you want to call and talk WrestleMania, sports, baseball, basketball, NHL, where babies come from, 315-437-7644, as we're going to have another fun day today. And that's right, the lights are very bright. I take offense to how bright the lights are in here. So put me right on trial. And we're hanging out Q Sports Talk, twitch.tv/QSportsTalk.com on, that's what I was going to do. On jumping the gun on a Wednesday. Don't do that. You'll make everyone angry. Not on a Wednesday. Tuesday. That's okay, though, because it's nicer than it was supposed to be. And we love chatting about weather on the sports show. And I can see that sun peeking through the blinds like Paulie at his elderly neighbors around shower time. It's looking nice out there, so hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves on a lovely Tuesday. Like I said, our Twitch, there we go, channel is twitch.tv/QSportsTalk.com. Florida Guy, Jill in there, Mark, Orange Pride, Ryan Mullen. And wow, I can't even go any further because there's literally 177,000 strong in our Q Sports Talk chat. So if you get through, consider yourself extremely lucky and just know that we love talking to you. That's all. We appreciate you hanging out, and you can do that anytime you want. We're on all day long, pretty much, from the morning with Gomez all the way through to Mr. Higgins. All right, what are we going to do on a Tuesday here? You already know, spoiler, a lot of wrestling. It's going to be a lot of wrestling. I found some other sports stuff here or there. I'm not that interested in a lot of other sports stuff. It's still kind of WrestleMania season. It's mostly the draft. I'm doing everything I can not to just talk all draft all day, and I think I'm doing pretty good by talking none at any point so far. But probably Thursday and Friday is going to be very draft heavy. Maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if it's a draft bottom heavy. Probably. Because I'm already finding little bits and pieces that I want to see. I'm already researching stuff, and I can't wait. It's my favorite sporting event. I think I've said it before, that as far as sporting events, for me, it's the draft, WrestleMania, March Madness, Super Bowl, and then, depending on the year, baseball, college football, national championship. But usually the national championship is basically a blowout. So it's usually probably a World Series. Speaking of World Series, baseball teams, little Atlanta Braves news, as I know most of you are Atlanta Braves fans, as we have some sports that don't involve, a lot of baby oil and glitter. Most sports involve baby oil and glitter, but I don't have all of those. I just got some baseball, a little NBA as the NBA is getting going. I realized as I sat down, I forgot to do NHL stuff, but that's okay because I saw a couple games ended interestingly, so maybe I'll pass that in there if I remember, but probably not. Let's go. All right. Hey, still hot out there? Sorry. It's an old internet clip that we've talked about before, and it's one of my favorites. All right. Let's see here. Fun fact, mid to high. Yeah, Matt from Auburn, because in our Q Sports Talk chat that anybody listening right now can hop on, and if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription, you get like one free sub, and you can subscribe to our channel. That would be phenomenal. Wouldn't hate that. But as Matt from Auburn states, as we love talking weather, going to be in the upper 70s later this week. Thursday and Friday, 70s. I think I start getting diarrhea tomorrow night. What? No? I'll be here. Fine. All right, I'll be here, diarrhea or not. All right, let's do just a little bit of sports, and then we can Easter bunny hop right on over to some wrestling, as I know you're all hoping for it, because I've got it for you. And then don't forget, is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow on Orange Nation. Is Sam Roberts still joining the world's lamest tag team? Just kidding. Paulie and Steve. That would absolutely be their tag team name if they were in the WWE. They would be just wear the most generic trunks, and they'd just be Paulie and Steve. And they'd both just meekly wave at the crowd. But yeah, I think Roberts is going to join them tomorrow, so that'll be cool. Roberts used to be around here. Sam Roberts is, you know how we all are now, where we all make fun of Paulie? Sam Roberts was on a lot, like the original guys to get to make fun of Paulie around here, and then he got all famous and ish. So, but he'll probably come on tomorrow and still make fun of Paulie. And Jordan, if you're listening, definitely get some type of story out of him. They definitely have a story, or he's got something that you guys can use to embarrass Paulie. He's not listening right now, so it doesn't matter. So make sure you absolutely get some type of story to embarrass him right on air. Just have him do it right on air. All right, so regular sports that don't involve heights in your boots. This Pistons-Knicks series, we'll start with the NBA, I guess, as the NHL, there were a couple hot finishes we'll dump in after. Pistons-Knicks, looking like this might go to 7 games, as Cade Cunningham took him a year or two to get really hot, but he is looking real good. 33-12 as now series tied at 1 game apiece between the Pistons and the Knicks, and then Clippers and Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard having one of his best games in the playoffs in a long time, if not ever, with 39-5 as the Clippers beat the Nuggets. What? Very weird. And now that series is tied 1 apiece, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets pull away. It's Jokic. He had another triple-double, so nothing really phases that guy. And then tonight, if you want to watch some NBA, Milwaukee and the Pacers, Memphis, OKC, and then at 10 o'clock, past all of our bedtimes. So if you're staying up, you better say goodnight and then put the blanket over your head and put the phone underneath the blanket, and then have the headphones in, because if Mom catches us watching NBA past 10 o'clock, she's going to be mad. We got school tomorrow. Timberwolves and the Lakers. Is it? Wait, they done 2? No, still just 1 for the T-Wolves, so they kind of got to get back to even the Lakers. That'd be crazy if they lost to the T-Wolves. All right, Let's do some baseball, huh? Sorry, that took longer for the water to get to my mouth than I thought. All right, and see, again, I promise there will be a day that there won't be anything on this list that I want to share with you guys, and I'm going to be like, sorry, I told you that if there's not anything interesting for baseball, we won't do the highlights. But there continues to be really interesting kind of highlights and storylines and things that are going on very early in the world of baseball. And we will go backwards here as I just think that I like the story of the Giants, San Francisco Giants, because when they are good, we see more of them, and we see more of them. We see my favorite probably ballpark in all of baseball because it's got the water behind it, and I just think it looks really cool. Them and Pittsburgh. And so to see them doing good, I think that's pretty cool. And they are definitely one of the more shocking teams of this beginning of the year of the baseball season, even though they did a lot in the offseason. And they keep it going last night. Wilmer Flores, former Met. See what I'm doing here? It's a towering shot, as they say. And I don't know if there's any Newhouse people still listening, any fans up there on the college. A towering shot is probably something that you guys are going to be doing tonight, you wild and crazy kids with your alcohol booze, right? Zima's for everybody. No?
Walking a ground out for Flores. And a high fly to left. Collins is back. And the Giants have the lead. First pitch ambush. And Flores goes deep.
Going deep. College kids. Stop it. Yeah, the Giants, though, they are now 15-8 on the year. Very surprising. Also surprising early in the year is fun kind of streaks, I guess, if you will, that happen. And no, I'm not talking about the sexy streak of the day. People running nude across campus. Also, co-eds, college campus. Why did all my numbers go down so fast? Hunter Brown, pitcher for the Astros, and I know nobody likes the Astros, but this guy has now had a scoreless streak of 24 consecutive innings, and I am a very big fan of baseball and random games, and I know that's very nerdy, but I like a 1-0 game. This one was not that, although one team did have nothing. Hunter Brown extends his scoreless streak. I guess that's kind of a spoiler tease.
Oh, third strike. This time he locked him up with a fastball. Hunter Brown, a half dozen strikeouts, rolling through 5 innings of one hit. It's artistry.
That's all. I just wanted to hear that little beat right there. And he does, as the Astros win 7-0. I know nobody wants to hear Astros stuff, but that's impressive. 24 innings in a row, scoreless. That's not too shabby. All right, and now to end it, you know what we got to do. You know that I got to do this in order to do something else. And I know we'll start with the sad thing first, and then the happy thing, and then the happy thing for me again. As I think I have. Never mind. It's going to be a terrible joke about somebody's hair in my mouth. As the Yankees, they can afford a loss now and again, as they're one of the better teams in baseball early on. However, Jose Ramirez and I'm going to get this name wrong until they say it. Kyle Manzardo. We'll find out. Going back to back. We got a couple of good jacks. You know what I'm saying.
High drive into right field. Reyes turns, looks, see ya. A 3-run home run for Ramirez. And the Guardians up by 3.
All right, let's hear this name.
3-run jack.
Manzardo hits a high fly ball right field. Reyes back on the track at the wall. Gone. 4-0 Guardians.
Up after him, first pitch ambush. Look for a heater, and he got it. The only question, did it have enough? Well, you can see the wind just helping it just enough.
Just enough. Yankees, though, they climbed back a little bit in this one, but they did not get the win. Guardians take down the Yankees yesterday, and then, see, I said bad and then good and then good again. But, mostly for me as the Mets, if I was doing power rankings today and I had to pick a team to be the hottest in baseball, the number one power team in baseball, I would pick the Mets. Here's them and Francisco Lindor smacking his balls out of the yard, not one times, but 2 times for the Mets at home against the Phillies. And I guess I feel a little bit okay as long as it's against the Phillies.
And the curveball hit down the line toward the stand. That ball's out of here, and Lindor has hit leadoff home runs in back-to-back games. Mike at the answer. Deep center field.
Another one?
Back near the wall. It's out of here. Francisco Lindor strikes again. His second of the night. A 3-run homer. 5-0 New York.
Wow, 2 times in one night. That's the sexy stat of the day. I'm telling you, ladies. All right. Okay. A lot of never minds. But yeah, again, the Mets. See, I do that. I show you the Mets winning, and they are. If I had again do the power rankings, I won't mumble it. I would pick the Mets as probably the best team in baseball right now. This is paying off for them, spending the stupid money that they did in the offseason. And the Braves, as I will end our real sports talk, the Braves kind of ending their game yesterday in a WWE fashion, if you will. Starting the day, though, making me sad. I was a sad panda yesterday as we just talked my favorite pitcher in baseball, Spencer Strider, going on the DL last year with that injury, coming off the DL, having a rough game, and then immediately going back on the DL because he strained his hamstring playing catch yesterday, guys. He says making gross noises in the mic because he's agitated. Are you kidding me? Spencer Strider going on the 15-day DL for the Braves because why not? We're just starting to surge, get hot like your mamas, and that happens. All right, no big deal, though, because we still won a game yesterday, and now my hot Atlanta Braves are, where are you? 9-13. They're climbing a little bit. Yesterday they won the game on a weird check swing. Nolan Arenado, future New York Yankee faux show, does a check swing here, and he hits the ball 2 inches in front of the plate. Braves pick it up, tag him, game over. Never seen that in my life.
First pitch to him. How about that?
That's a fair ball. The game is over. Are you kidding me? And the Braves win.
Nolan Arenado tried to stop his swing. He couldn't. And everyone's looking down at the baseball, and he is hoping that it was going to go foul. It did not. Sean Murphy picks it up, and what a way to end this one. He almost hit it with his bat afterwards and realized, well, I can't do that.
No, I mean, if he did, he probably would have been out anyway, and then it was game over. But what a weird way to end the game, man. I don't know. Like I said, it was like something out of WWE. Speaking of, what a tease. Come back, WWE!
For the latest Orange basketball comings and goings on ESPN Syracuse. Impressive from all angles, the exterior of the BMW X3 xDrive 30 exudes presence and power. Expansive surfaces and dramatic curves combine to form its monolithic proportions. From the formidable front end to the imposing rear.
The imposing rear? Oh, my God.
xDrive 30 at Burdick BMW for only $659 per month for 39 months. With $5,189 due at signing. Cash down includes $3,605 down payment, $659 first month payment, $925 acquisition fee, and $0 security deposit. Not all customers qualify for security deposit waiver. Tax, title, license, registration, and dealer fees are additional fees due at signing. MSRP $54,625, 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile thereafter. Lessee responsible for excess wear and tear. For qualified lessees through BMW Financial Services with a minimum credit score of 700. Offer valid through April 30th, 2025. Burdick BMW, your performance and luxury headquarters at Drivers Village in Cicero. Visit BurdickBMW.com. Skip the weekend errands and take an easy drive up the thruway for a day of decadence. at the Utica Wine and Chocolate Festival. This Saturday, April 26th at the Adirondack Bank Center at the Odd. This Saturday, April 26th at the Adirondack Bank Center. Sip your way through unlimited samples of the region's most delicious wineries, plus offerings from distilleries and cideries. Enjoy a trip to the chocolate fountain. It's the Utica Wine and Chocolate Festival. This Saturday at the Adirondack.
I don't think I have any
Need a vehicle now, but
the songs I want. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Susan. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? Oh my God, I'm burpy today.
same day. Our frontline vehicles are retail ready immediately, and no one stands behind their used vehicles like Ryan Phelps. With 3 locations in New York, we have hundreds of used vehicles.
What's everybody got going on, bro?
First-time buyers and buy here, pay here. Go to
Buh.
buying from Ryan. 2025 is here. Is your business ready? At Galaxy Media Partners, we don't just market, we ignite your brand. From high-impact events to precision.
What you doing crafts? Nice, Susan. I just put I was gonna put them out in the wild, but I just could have put a couple birdhouses out on my my little balcony thing. I want to hang them off the bottom of my balcony. That way, they'll still be birds, and Elsa can be bird watching and agitated. But also, they won't poop on my stuff. I'm gonna do that. I like crafts. I'm a fan of crafts. I got to do my plant stuff coming up this weekend. Once it's warm on Friday, maybe. Get a couple bags of dry dirt. Joe Dirt.
It's time for Your Best Guess, sponsored by Pawn Pro on Erie Boulevard East in Syracuse, with your favorite local sports guys, Ryan and Paulie. When you have the answer. The question is, which item is popular again? VHS tapes, Beanie Babies.
Joe Dirt. Hey.
Yes, Brian.
Well, Paulie's got all of them. I know he's going to say 90s baseball cards, so I'll go with that.
No, you know what, Brian?
I just rewatched that movie a couple weeks ago, and it was very funny.
I don't want to hear about your collection, Paulie.
I forgot how amusing it was, to be honest with you.
I'll make popcorn. The answer is VHS tapes. Some of them are actually worth hundreds of dollars. Your best guess is brought to you by Pawn Pro, Erie Boulevard in Syracuse, where you can buy, sell, or trade. At Pawn Pro, they'll tell you what it's worth, so you don't have to guess. Find them online at pawnpro.com. I have Goonies.
I have Goonies. You have Goonies.
ESPN 97.7 and 100.1. Watch live on QSports.com.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
And we are returning. The video on rewind. Oh, penalty at Blockbuster. You kids don't know what we're talking about. Sports Show with Cody Mack, ESPN Radio. 97.7 and 100.1. Oh, boy. We're having fun now because we're going to be doing wrestling for the rest of the show. The Spandex Show. It is with Cody Mack. Twitch.tv/QSportsTalk.com if you want to holla in and say whatever you want. Just in case he can't, wishing him get better soon. DJ and Cicero, he might be in can't do what he wants to do right now. So I'll just tell me for him. Bret Hart sucks. There, you happy? I did it for you, and we hope he gets better soon. And now we're hanging out on a Tuesday in the Harding Gazzotti studio talking wrestling. It's my favorite thing in the world, and my favorite event in the world happened this past weekend. And we're going to talk night 2 now for the rest of the show because we did night 1 yesterday, and I wanted to give you guys some time to watch night 2, and because I know how wrestling fans are, and it happened so late. So, you got to play a little catch-up. It's school nights. That's why we'll talk Monday Night Raw tomorrow, because it was a phenomenal Monday Night Raw. Pat McAfee got choked out. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a spoiler in case you haven't watched it yet. But, I'll let you guys watch that tonight, and then we'll talk that tomorrow. But, okay, so for the next couple minutes, we'll talk night 2, and then we'll do break, and we'll come back into more night 2, and then we'll do break and more night 2. Because it was awesome. Night 2 for me, I think, was probably way better, I would say. I liked it a lot more. I think it's probably the same mostly the same crowd as night 1. But I think after the reactions from the crowd night 1, they saw that they had a job to do night 2. The world was not happy with night 1 crowd. So I think they saw that, and they made it a point to make it a much better night 2 where they were really involved, and they cheered and booed and such and all that. Although I love WrestleMania where they cheer bad guys and boo the good guys. It's their right, huh? It's their right. So night 2 kicked off with kind of weirdly my favorite match. I don't know, weirdly isn't the correct term at all. My favorite match, I think, of all of WrestleMania. I think. I want to say. The more I think about it, this is probably my favorite match. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and for those Rock fans that like Rhea Ripley, stay tuned because her buddy, Damian Priest, had a pretty cool entrance himself later that we'll talk about. But Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Triple Threat Women's Championship, probably the best match of the night. We're going to pick it up right about when Bianca Belair uses her very long and thick, hair, and she whips people with it sometimes. And the whip sound you hear is her whipping Rhea Ripley. And this match, like I said, was one of the best of the weekend. Back and forth, amazing. And the finish was unbelievable, where you'll hear it eventually that Bianca Belair hits Rhea with the KOD, and Io Sky comes flying off the top rope. She does a backflip onto Bianca Belair, and we'll just go from there.
Sky!
But I have to turn it on first, and then we'll start it again. Now we'll do it.
Sky, top rope, genius to the sky. Oh, and Rhea got the boots up. And Bianca caught it. KOD, kiss of death, Belair. Ripley breaking things up. Ripley went for the riptide, countered by Belair. Bianca, oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Using the brain as a weapon. KOD by Belair for the win. Io Sky over the moonsault. Cover on Belair. Sky wins. Io Sky wins. What? Here is
Unbelievable.
and still the women's world champion, Io Sky.
Those are the 3 best women wrestlers, if not just overall, just wrestlers in the entire world right there. That was awesome. And Io Sky, like I said, she backflipped onto 2 people and ends up absolutely landing perfectly on one of them to pin them for the 1, 2, 3. Let's play that whip sound again. This is someone's hair slapping on somebody's skin. Like this sound right here. Ready? That's like me slapping hand on my skin. This is somebody's hair on somebody's skin.
Oh no. Using the brain as a weapon.
Oh, I want to. Right. Sorry.
By Belair. Bianca, oh my goodness.
That. Ready?
By Belair. Bianca, oh my goodness.
That's hair hitting skin.
By Belair. Bianca, oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Using the brain as a weapon.
Wow.
KOD by Belair.
unreal. Like I said, that was probably my favorite match of the entire weekend. But the entire night for night 2, phenomenal. That we'll get back into after a little bit of this. I know, Susan. It's C-E-N-A, but you're close. It doesn't matter. I knew exactly what you meant.
Who feels more functional as a franchise right now, the Jets or Steelers? The Jets.
Unsportsmanlike 6 to 10, ESPN Radio Syracuse.
The Jets. Bless you. Oh, what am I doing here?
Point Guard Advisors, a company built to assist your every move on the court of business. I'm joined by owner Jim Ash today. Jim, what does a Point Guard employee offer the greater Central New York market?
Point Guard Advisors people have the experience and ability to recognize the financial needs of a business, and we cater a plan that fits those needs. We do our best to bring in the proper person from one of our companies or from one of our network of partner businesses that offer that particular expertise.
And Jim, how does having the right CPA and accountant impact a business's plans?
Since I also operate my accounting firm, I highly emphasize the importance.
We'll just do that one. I don't have another one. Thought I had that other wrestling song I wanted to use, but I don't.
That maximizes cash flow and at the same time properly rewarding employees.
What up, Molly? Let me grab a little water real quick. What do I got? 1 minute, 2 minutes? Okay, 1 second.
Insurance may not seem as exciting as watching a great basketball game. When you live it and breathe it like our team does, it's amazing when we get to pull through for someone when they need us most. That's what insurance is for. When the going gets tough, we're in your corner 24/7. Hi, this is Joe Convertino Jr. of CH Insurance. Whether it's for your business, workers' comp, home, auto, or group benefits, day or night, count on the team who knows there's no off-season. Read the success stories on social media and at chinsurance.cc. CH Insurance, in your corner.
Dear Spring, we've been waiting for you. The perfect time to drive home a new Toyota Tough Truck from Burdick Toyota. So come test drive a new 25 Toyota Tundra SR5 Double Cab 4x4. Then get 3,000 TMS customer cash and buy for $48,509. Over 30 Tundra models available in a wide variety of trim levels. Or choose 2.9% APR financing for 72 months on that new 25 Toyota Tundra.
Oh, there we go. So many waters. How do I not have his theme music? Where did it go?
TMS customer cash on new 25 Tundra models subject to vehicle availability. Cannot be combined with other offers. APR offered through participating Toyota dealers and Toyota Financial Services for buyers with Tier 1 credit approval. $15.19 per month per thousand borrowed. All offers plus tax. $197.50 doc fee. DMV extra. MSRP $51,509. Ends 4/30/25.
Sticks and stones can break your bones, but names will never hurt you. Your client Samantha doesn't see it that way, does she, Joe?
No, when Samantha got badly...
Gapper, I absolutely know who all those people are.
Insurance company says she's faking it.
That's right. She was examined by the insurance company's medical hack, who stated that she was quite capable of working. Then they refuted her story and told them that she...
I'm the worst, I know. Believe me, I already know. You guys don't have to tell me. Yeah, I don't know who any of those people are. Slick Rick or Jay Williams? Should I know those names? Should I feel dumb for not?
He knows how these big bully insurance companies work. Call Joe at 1-800-608-3333. Stanley Law.
Oh. Thank you. Appreciate that. You got to talk. You got to dumb it down a little for your boy here. Dumb it down for your boy.
Watch your favorite ESPN Syracuse sports talk shows on QSportsTalk.com. This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
CDVOffers.com, powered by Drivers Village and Cicero. Sports show, Spandex show, Cody Mack hanging out, sportsing around, slapping rear naked choke holds on everybody. For another little while, boot a half an hour, a little less than half an hour, because in less than a half an hour, believe me, you are going to want to tune in to the 315 with Brian Higgins. They're saying things over on the Q Sports Talk chat here about people visiting, the transfer portal, pictures on the internet that don't involve Paulie. Oh, my God. So this is more than just the half an hour tease. This is the less than half an hour tease. This is the you better be there, because you're going to get yourself some real solid Q's talk in just a little while, because right now we're talk wrestling. Let me talk wrestling. Brian knows way more than I do, so I let him do all of that. I don't want to step on his toes, so that's why I only talk wrestling and stuff. So make sure you guys tune in, as I'm gonna, because I want to know myself. So let's get back into it. No, can't do that. Josh almost got sued once. My morning show host. No, for real. You can't do that. You can't do the Michael Buffer thing, about being prepared to fight in an arena with the lights on bright. He has like people, and if you go to his website, he'll help. He wants you to snitch, Michael Buffer. Isn't that crazy? So don't ever do that. Again, the college kids are listening, which they probably are. I mean, look at me. Why? What would any co-ed college Syracuse lady ever turn the channel when this is in front of it? Kidding me? Do you want to see my Japanese character tramp stamp that I got? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I can't. I don't want to blow up the numbers here. It's already too much. All right, back to WrestleMania. As we're talking night 2 stuff, as it was another phenomenal night of our wrestling. We talked my favorite match basically already, but we're going to talk much more, because that wasn't the biggest thing. My favorite is not what is the most important. What is the action. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest is where we're going to pick it up. Damian Priest, man, this was pretty cool. Damian Priest had Slayer's Kerry King do his music for him to come out. I didn't know that Slayer did Damian Priest music, but that was pretty neat to see Kerry King out there before the match doing a little guitar, little meedly, 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 but a little action from the match, which, I just pressed a weird button, which was probably one of the harder hitting matches I've ever seen, because a lot of times in wrestling, some of these guys really hit each other, and it's kind of scary. It involves throwing each other through tables and chucking each other off of the ring through more tables, and then slamming each other onto another table that's separate from the first 2 tables.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and the way this is looking, the carcass of one of these 2 men is going to remain in the Mojave Desert for good.
And now McIntyre with Priest on his shoulders.
Sheamus is furious, driving that white noise.
And now a blow to the back. Priest now with McIntyre. Priest, Razor's Edge to the table.
There's one of the tables.
Screaming stop, and we might be going old school.
There's a couple more tables.
Indeed we are. Damian Priest, who also idolized The Undertaker, set through the tables. Priest took a little bit too much time on the tightrope, and McIntyre made him pay.
This was pretty cool.
Damage done to both of these men.
McIntyre dragging Priest.
This was a really good match, man. That McIntyre ends up winning. Since losing the title last year, Damian Priest has kind of fallen off just a little bit, but I'm sure he'll pick it right back up here pretty soon, I would imagine. I don't know if they're going to do a draft. I just realized that as I'm saying it out loud. I don't know if they're going to end up doing the draft this year, but I'm sure wherever he ends up, or he'll just end up, revitalizing his career, if you will. The next match is one that we talked about for a couple months with a guy we've been talking about for a couple months, Dirty Dom, and that Intercontinental title. Finn Balor, Penta, Braun Breaker, all smacking each other around with spandex on. That's why it's a spandex show. But none of them won, as Dirty Dom is the guy that ends up winning this match, man.
For the win and the
I was very surprised with this match.
Taken away by Carlito, who's not even involved in the match.
Ready?
Carlito's lost the
Check this out. Comes another table.
And this suddenly does not feel safe whatsoever at ringside.
What are you doing? Get the hell out of here, Carlito. Carlito, get the hell off the desk. He's looking to take out Penta. Wait a minute. Oh, my God. Pat, look out. Look out. Carlito to the table. Bring the spear. Carlito to the damn table. Super spear from one table to the next. Carlito has been sawn in half. I think Carlito's dead.
He's not dead.
Kick into the corner.
I don't think they can show that on pay-per-view. Well, they showed Owen Hart.
Guys, Breakers in the drop zone. Balor to the top rope.
No, actually, they didn't.
Balor with a coup de grace.
Ready? Here comes Dirty Dom, about to take advantage.
To win the IC. Dominic with a frog splash and the cover on Balor. Dominic wins the championship. Here is your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Wade Barry, you felt something building over the last few months with this young man. Dominic Mysterio tonight did what he had to do, and he won the title by stopping his Judgment Day partner, Finn Balor, in the back and taking the title away from him.
It's every man for himself.
And I agree with the Twitch chat. Ryan Mullen, he was shocked that they had Braun get beat, as I kind of was too, but the stuff we'll talk about tomorrow, it was for the greater good for Braun Breaker, if you will. And Barry, yes, biggest reaction of the night. Here's him coming back down to the ring. Ready?
It happened at WrestleMania.
Listen to the crowd.
Dirty Dom has won the title.
Biggest heel in the business. Ready?
There are going to be some awkward conversations in the Judgment Day Clubhouse later on tonight. But one man will be grinning from ear to ear.
Unreal. As the biggest heel in the company, the business, probably the wrestling world, wins the Intercontinental title and gets the pop of the night. Easily the pop of the night. That was wild, man. Good for him. And then you had an open challenge from Randy Orton, who, again, we'll talk about tomorrow. That was on Monday Night Raw last night. And I don't know how many wrestling fans are listening, but this was the open challenge guy to answer, and it ended very badly for one Joe Hendry. You hear the reaction. This guy is not even in the WWE. Wild. Absolutely wild. But when you come in and you want to take on someone like Randy Orton, this was one of the moments of the night, if not the funniest moment of the entire weekend. One of the best for sure. Joe Hendry does his a thing, a wrestling thing, and he turns around. And when he turned around, Randy Orton was waiting for him with one of the funniest RKOs of all time.
Hit that. It looked like he was getting a standing ovation earlier on. RKO out of nowhere.
Oh, so good. Randy Orton now moving into one of the top spots where he should be in WWE. He's going to be fighting, pretty sure, Cena at Backlash, which is in his own hometown. Pretty impressive for Randy Orton going back to St. Louis, and we'll have a championship match. And then you had AJ Styles losing to Logan Paul, another one we talked about a bunch over the last few weeks. The match was really good, and I was talking about it during the match that if AJ Styles loses, it's because he's about done, and he wants to give someone the rub. And I hate that Logan Paul is as amazing as he is, but Logan Paul is absolutely unreal. And he got the win over AJ, our generation, Shawn Michaels, kind of. And it's going to be kind of interesting to see where Logan Paul goes from here, and AJ Styles, to be honest with you. And then another night before the main event, from night 2, possibly the most over female wrestler in the history of wrestling, returned Sunday night. Becky Lynch is back.
How do you feel now, Wade? And her tag team partner from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch! I got goosebumps!
Who we will also talk about more tomorrow, as this match saw Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria pick up the Women's Tag Team Championships, only to lose them last night. Like I said, we'll talk more about that tomorrow, but we'll talk more about the main event of all of WrestleMania, night 1 and 2. This was the main event of WrestleMania. We'll talk about it when we come back. Sports Show, Spandex Show, Cody Mack. And I have to tinkle. Can't wait. Can't wait 15 minutes. Not at all. And you don't want to hurt your bladder like that. So, hi, Mom. Ryan, that's what it kind of looks like, to be honest with you, that they did. Yeah. I agree.
Visit auburnhospital.org. Auburn Community Hospital. We specialize in you.
Dean Henderson wrote an epic about the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. Men who designed dynasties, always thinking ahead, always thinking about the family fortune. Here at Mannion and Kopani, we applaud that kind of thinking because we've seen too much of not thinking ahead, not thinking about their family's fortunes. There's a beautiful Victorian home in Cicero built in 1930 by industrious grandparents. That home was lost to long-term care. A grand Georgian home in Manlius with magnificent manicured grounds. Lost to long-term care. And it doesn't have to be that way. Today, a family trust is a must. I'm Terry. I'm Tony. We've saved many family fortunes. A quick call can solve it all. 478-3500.
Good morning, Mannion and Kopani. I'm Jackie. Yes, Syracuse. Right here at 224 Harrison Street, Suite 306. Yes, Medicaid Law.net. You're welcome.
Impressive from all angles. The exterior of the BMW X3 xDrive 30 exudes presence and power. Expansive surfaces and dramatic curves combine to form its monolithic proportions. From the formidable front end to the imposing rear, lease an all-new 2025 BMW X3 xDrive 30 at Burdick BMW for only $659 per month for 39 months. With $5,189 due at sign. Cash down includes $3,609 $659 first month payment, $925 acquisition fee, and $0 security deposit. Not all customers qualify for security deposit.
No, I'm not the biggest fan of Tony Hinchcliffe, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is. Just not. I say me. Well, I'm definitely saying allow nice boobs. Try nice boobs out. I mean, well, when you steal a lady's move that her butt cheeks are so awesome, you know, like your butt cheeks better look pretty goddamn comparable, and Charlotte's butt cheeks are not comparable to Stephanie Vaquer. That beautiful, beautiful specimen. Yeah, poor Charlotte. It's okay to have no butt, but you can't do stuff like that.
Syracuse's largest premier legal dispensary, open 10 a.m. 7 days a week. 219 Walton Street and at flintstone.com. 219 Walton Street and at flintstone.com. For use by adults 21 years of age and older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accident congestion or overconsumption, contact the Poison Center hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or
22222222. Yeah, but the problem is that it wasn't a nip slip, it was a nip. She had the tape on. Because we don't get to just see her nips. Blast in the nips.
And don't forget the sauce. See their website for their entire menu at SyracuseGyro.com. Syracuse Halal Gyro, 477 Westcott Street. The best gyros in town. ESPN 97.7 and 100.1. Watch live on QSportsTalk.com.
So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack. I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Whether fighting or spitting, my discipline is unforgiving.
ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Cody Mack, the Sports Show, hanging out, talking WrestleMania and talking the main event of WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
Seems like you have something you want to say to me. I have turned the spotlight on you. And now you know that I can pick apart any one of you and rip you to shreds. Last week, I put a clueless kid on blast.
They showed the crying kid.
Everybody, including that one kid, is a toxic relationship. For 25 years, I have listened to your lies. Pick out any moment in my career, and I'll tell you what I learned. When I spoke, you were inspired. When I was loyal, you were loved. When I was selfish, you were disrespected. When I speak in rhythmic tones, you say what? You make this so simple.
And John Cena and Cody Rhodes, I really liked the match. I know a lot of people weren't as happy with it, but I really was. I was a fan. John Cena kind of did what he said he was going to do. Oh, wait, did I not have it? I don't think I actually. Oh, there it is. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Sorry. John Cena said he was going to wrestle slow and make you hate wrestling. And he did. He did make me hate wrestling. He wrestled slow. He didn't do a lot of his stuff. And it was really a great match. And then you had this happen. You hear the reaction.
God damn it.
See? Travis Scott comes out, and a lot of people are a little iffy with having him come out. I get it for the sake of everybody that doesn't watch wrestling religiously like myself. However, WrestleMania is a time for the people that watch it religiously all day like myself. And to not have The Rock at least come out for this story that involved John Cena in the second biggest heel turn in the history of ever, and not have The Rock come out was very weird. I understand the Travis Scott thing to an extent, but not really. And Cody Rhodes gets his revenge. He hits Travis Scott with the crossroads. However, this then happens to Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
Cena with the championship. And Cody Rhodes in a tug of war with Cena over the title, and Cody now has it.
But he doesn't for long because he chooses not to hit him, which sucks because then Cena does.
No problem being a bad guy.
Cody Rhodes wanted to do it fair and square. John Cena didn't give a damn.
Chad Patton is back.
You cannot be a perfect
Cena
ambassador.
now. Cover by Cena. Cover by Cena.
Here we go.
Patton's in the ring. John Cena has set the record. John Cena is a 17-time world champion.
Here is your winner, and new undisputed WWE champion, John Cena.
fact, you probably hate it. But at the end of the day, like it or not, John Cena is the GOAT.
Yeah, he did it. And again, a lot of people weren't big on the ending. I mean, I understand some of it. A little bit weird for, Travis Scott and no Rock. However, John Cena, man, Triple H has now cemented himself as starting a whole new era as he has now created the most celebrated WWE champion of all time in John Cena. Wow. We'll talk much more tomorrow. We'll go over Monday Night Raw because Monday Night Raw was just as good. Oh, I got goosebumps. You'll have goosebumps, too, when you stick around for the 315 with Brian Higgins. That is coming up in just a little bit. Okay, love you. Bye.